Buongiorno everyone. This video is brought to you by Who Knows Wins. Click the link in the description to download the Who Knows Wins app. Compete against me and others for a chance to win up to £5,000 just in this week's pot. The more people that get involved, the higher the pot goes. Unlike other accumulators, you do not have to win and get right every single prediction. Whoever gets the most predictions correct out of those 10 games wins. Make sure you click our link in the description though. Deposit £5 and good luck. Buongiorno everyone. Let's do a bit of press conference reaction and shall we? As it's a big one, some big questions answered by Eddie Howe this morning. The fitness of Kieran Trippier, Javier Manquillo and will Bruno start being the three main talking points we're going to look at in this one. Ahead of the big trip to West Ham United tomorrow lunchtime. Straight off, obviously, first question was about Kieran Trippier. Eddie Howe said he's had a successful operation yesterday. That went well, that's good news. We aim to have him back before the end of the season. It's a significant injury and it's a big blow for us. So Eddie Howe there, again, he doesn't ever give timescales on injuries, does he? He wouldn't give one on Wilson. He's not given one on Trippier. He's saying he wants him back before the end of the season. He's hopeful of that. Will he make it back? I mean, the timescale for this kind of fracture being broken for the bone to heal is normally 8 to 10 weeks. So you look for the rest of the season there, that's him ruled out pretty much 3 months, isn't it? I mean, would he come back in time for mid-April maybe? End of April? Yeah, let's hope he can play a few games for Newcastle. It is a massive blow after we know how well he's done with his free kicks, his influence on the dressing room, on the pitch, his communication organisation. He's been massive. Captain Trips, last game, scoring the winner against Villa. So it's a massive blow. It is what it is. But there's an official update saying that he will be out for a while after, which good news is he had a successful operation, that went well. Speedy recovery, Trips, and hope to see him back in black and white before the end of the season. Who's going to replace Trippier? The obvious choice is Javier Manquillo, and the big worry is that he also went off against Aston Villa with a knock. But his injury isn't serious. Now, he will miss the game against West Ham United, but it's looking likely that he'll be back next week for Brentford, if not definitely the week after that. So Manquillo's looking at about 7 to 10 days out, so he might be back for Brentford away next Saturday. He will not be there at the London Stadium on Saturday. Eddie Howe official quote was Manquillo went off in the same game after landing awkwardly on his ankle following a header. We don't think it's serious, but he will miss the West Ham game. Apart from that, we are where we are in terms of injuries. So the injuries aren't too bad. We've still got Federico Fernandez and stuff nearing a return, training. Lascelles is back fit now. He was pictured yesterday after having an illness and missing that game against Aston Villa. We're going to move on now what Eddie Howe said on West Ham before we get into the Bruno stuff. Eddie Howe saying we know how difficult this game is going to be for us. But on our recent run of confidence we have proved we can compete with anyone in this division. We'll need to be at our very best levels again, especially physically, and that's obviously to the point of the likes of Souček and Diop and Antonio. Fitness on them, I still haven't seen the West Ham press conference. It's 1 o'clock now. Last time I checked that wasn't updated. People were saying that Antonio might be injured. West Ham fans the other day were saying on West Ham Fan TV that, shout out them, nice lads, met them a few times. They were saying that we need to stick with Antonio because he hasn't been in great form. So if he hasn't been in great form, if he's fit for Saturday, bet your fucking mortgage that he's going to score. So, Eddie Howe pointing out the physicality of West Ham. They are a big, strong team, an aggressive team, and a very good team, pushing for top 4. So it is going to be a tough game tomorrow. But it's good to have that difference of Eddie Howe against Bruce. When Bruce used to always belittle us and big up the opposition, Eddie Howe has said that we can compete with anyone in this division, and he's going in every game to win it. Big talking point is what's going to happen with the defence. Kraft looks likely to come in for Trippier. Target looks likely to come in at left back. Will Dan Burn and Shaw still be the centre back pairings with Captain Lascelles now fit? I mean, with Trippier being out and not having the armband, obviously, I'd probably say Lascelles is going to come back in defence. Will that be a back 5 now? Will he stick with the 4 at the back? Personally, I think he's going to stick with 4 at the back. Kane's going to be with his line of prediction later though, so see what he's got to say. He's the guy for that. But Eddie Howe made a good point here on defensive options. I'll have to make a decision that's best for the team. So stick with Burn and Shaw then, will you? 2 better defenders than Lascelles. You want a squad that's pushing and fighting for each other. I think whoever plays knows if they don't perform, they have a very good player waiting for an opportunity to get back in. That's good news. That's what Newcastle haven't had in a while. That's why I think we're seeing the performances of Lascelles and Shelby dip so much over the years, because there was nobody there to step in. Now there is in both those positions. Now Lascelles knows that Bain's going to be coming in if he's not playing well. Shaw's going to be there, you know, and vice versa. You know, there's competition for places there at the back now, and that's well overdue. And again, with midfield, same applies. Really strong area, possibly our strongest in terms of personnel, says Eddie Howe. Every player would have an argument to say, I deserve to start, so long may that continue. And he's right. You know, if you drop Willock, Shelby or Joelinton, then all three of those would have a point to prove and say, well, why am I getting dropped? I've been playing well, I've been scoring goals, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. It's a really tough choice. And Eddie was asked on that tough choice of, will we see star man Marquis signing, I always get that wrong, £40 million Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno will start a lot of games for us and will be a huge player, said Eddie Howe. I don't think this period where he's watching and learning from the Premier League is a bad thing for him, although it will frustrate him because he wants to show his talent. So for me, that very much sounds like Bruno's going to be watching and learning from the bench again at West Ham. Could be main games from Eddie Howe, could be tricking Moisey, but I think, you know, when you look at that, it looks like Bruno's going to be on the bench again. And like I said in the preview and last night on Toon Therapy podcast, it's hard to drop these players. It's hard to take them out of the team because they've performed so well. Bruno, we all want to see him. We can't wait to see him play. And like Eddie's pointed out there, he's going to play a lot of games. And that's good man management. That's good man management because he's not seeing there that Bruno's not playing because he's been a bit shit in training. Everyone's thinking, oh, fuck, why we spent all this money? He's saying it because of how well the others have been playing on the pitch. He's got to sit and wait for his chance. When he gets his chance, take it. He's got to sit and wait for someone else to not perform. He's got to sit and wait for us not to win a game. Why would you change the midfield in a team that's won 3 games in a row? You'd be mad in a way to do that, even though Bruno is a very talented player by the look of it. So for me, I would say Guimaraes is going to be on the bench again tomorrow. Nice point here from Eddie Howe on Joelinton's defensive work. I think I'd be lying if I said I knew he was capable of what he's started to work with. The first time I was aware of his tactical understanding was the Norwich game when he filled in after a sending off. His delivery of what we've asked him to do has been excellent. Defensively, he's added a lot to the team. His ability in recovering long distances, tackling and intercepting the ball has been of the highest level. I can't praise him enough, and I know there's more to come. So that's very complimentary words there from the gaffer to Big J7, and thoroughly deserved. So the reporter's asking Eddie Howe there that West Ham have went from a relegation battle 2 years ago to challenging for Europe this season. We're in the Europa League and challenging for top 4. Very good question, whoever that was, and looking forward to seeing Eddie's answer. But it's a good point because last night on Toon Therapy, a lot of people were saying, will we get top 6 next season? When will we get Europe? Let's see what Howe thinks.
Delivered on a consistent basis, and they've had a number of games this season, and I think they've reacted really well to that as well. So full compliments to him and his staff and his players.
He didn't really say much, did he? He just bigged up West Ham and said it's all about finding consistency, which West Ham have done. But it is good, and West Ham have shown a way there, haven't they? Because we're all thinking, when can we break into Europe and everything? West Ham have shown it can be done very quickly, really. Leicester did it as well, you know, with smart signing, smart investment. So we'll wait and see. But focus on the here and now is survival. Big game at West Ham tomorrow, less than 24 hours to go. Safe travels to everyone. I've came down a day early. Came down yesterday on Thursday because of how bad I knew the weather was going to be. My train on Friday got cancelled, so I hope everyone gets down there alright. I hope the sellout crowd does manage to get there, all 3,000 Geordies. Hopefully Newcastle can get a good result again. Let me know what you think of Eddie Howe's press conference in the comments below. Subscribe to Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.